If there's one thing that separates the coaches who easily get clients online from those who don't, it's messaging. To put it simply, the words you use in your emails, posts, DMs can either attract great clients or push them away. So if you've ever wondered what it really takes to dial in your messaging and attract great clients as a result, keep watching, because you're about to find out. Hey, it's Jason Moss here. I'm a multi-six-figure business coach, and I've helped thousands of coaches launch and grow their businesses. And look, the messaging tips I'm about to share with you, super important when it comes to getting clients. But if you want a roadmap that you can follow to attract 2, 3, 4 high-paying clients month after month, I put together a free client attraction guide that walks through all my best advice. You can get it completely free by clicking the link above or down below. So when it comes to creating messaging that takes followers and turns them into clients, there are really 5 keys to success. And if you follow these 5 keys, your messaging is gonna be so much more attractive. It's gonna be so much easier to attract great clients online through the words that you use. First big key to success is to hold up a mirror. Great messaging is really nothing more than a reflection of your ideal client's world, their challenges, their desires, their goals, their dreams, the things that keep them up at night. When you can use words that reflect back to someone their life experience, they feel seen and heard and understood when they read what you put out into the world. They feel like you get them. They feel like you understand them in many cases better than anyone else. And so this creates resonance, it creates connection, a relationship between you and the person on the other side of the screen. As an example, in one of my posts, I might say, do you ever feel like you just don't know where to start when it comes to getting clients? Like you're showing up and you're posting online and you're doing all the right things, but you're getting nothing but a couple of hearts and likes from your mom and your aunt and a couple of your friends. And certainly nobody's reaching out to you to say, hey, I want to hire you. And it feels frustrating and you don't know what to change or fix in order to solve that problem. If that's you, if that's your experience, when you read that, chances are you feel a sense of like, wow, this person really gets me. This person's describing my life, my experience. So really the first thing great messaging does is exactly this. It holds up a mirror to your ideal clients. Now, in order to do this well, number one, you have to know who your ideal clients are, because if you don't have clarity on that, then it's pretty difficult to do this. It's pretty much impossible to actually make this happen. And the second thing is you have to take the time to really understand your ideal clients. This is why market research is such a big part of what we teach people how to do inside Coaching Launchpad and our other programs. When you can go out there and understand how your ideal clients see their world, it's literally like getting the answers to the test. When you can go out there and ask the right questions to understand how your ideal clients see their world, it's literally like someone giving you the answers to the test. And then all you need to do is plug in the words and the phrases and the things that they tell you in your posts and in your content. And it becomes a great way of reflecting back to someone their experience in their life. So make sure that you're holding up a mirror in your messaging. This is probably one of the biggest keys to success. Number 2 is focus on pain, desire, and cost. So there are lots of things you can focus on in your messaging, lots of things you can share with people. But these things, I think of them as kind of like the pillars of all great messaging. And if you can focus on these 3 things, you're gonna be much more likely to draw great clients to you. The first one, pain, is what is the number one biggest challenge that your ideal client is experiencing right now? I want you to talk about this in your messaging. I want you to make this very clear. So when people see your posts, you should be sharing these things. As a business coach, I talk a lot about how difficult it is when you're not getting clients and you're feeling frustrated because you're showing up online and posting all over social media and not getting any traction. That's a frustrating place to be. That's a big pain point. Or I might talk about being stuck at a 9-to-5 job and feeling like you're boxed in and your schedule is determined by someone else instead of having the freedom of being able to coach full time. These are big pain points and challenges that my ideal clients are experiencing. So asking yourself, what are those pain points and challenges for my ideal clients? And making sure that your messaging includes those things so that when people see them, they're reminded of those pain points and challenges. And ultimately, that's the fuel that's going to motivate someone to want to work with you. The second thing here is desire, which is what's on the other side of that pain point. So after somebody solves that problem through working with you, how is life going to change for them as a result? What are they going to have, do, be, achieve, experience as a result of not having that in their life? And I want you to illuminate this in vivid detail through your messaging, through your content. So for example, I talk about the freedom of being able to be your own boss and set your own schedule and make 8, 10K plus a month being able to wake up every day and do work that you love and make an impact and transform lives and do work that matters and feel that sense of fulfillment that comes from living in alignment with your purpose. These are things that I talk about in my messaging. So for you, what is that desire? What is that thing that your ideal clients really want? And how can you reflect that back to them in your messaging, helping them really connect more fully to what's possible through working with you? And then finally, we've got cost, which is what happens if things don't change. If someone keeps going down the same path that they're on today, what are the negative consequences that they're going to experience as a result of not making this change and not getting help to solve this problem? So for example, if you're a health coach, maybe your ideal clients are 20 to 30 pounds overweight. Well, what happens if they keep going down that road? Maybe they're going to be 40, 50, 60 pounds overweight. Maybe they're going to get diabetes. Maybe they're going to have health challenges as a result of not solving these problems and not getting the help they need in order to lose this weight for good. Or maybe if you're a relationship coach and your ideal clients are people who are in a conflicted marriage and things are rocky, well, if that doesn't change, maybe they're on board to divorce. Maybe they're on track to actually split up. So talking about those negative consequences, those things that are down the line for someone if things don't change. This is a very powerful motivator to inspire somebody to take action and to reach out to you. So these three pillars, pain, desire, and cost, are what show up in all great messaging. And make sure that you're spending enough time focusing on these three keys because they're so important to success. By the way, if you're finding this video useful, click the like button down below and let us know. Number 3 is to turn features into benefits. So there's a big difference between a feature and a benefit when you're communicating in your messaging. Feature is a surface level fact or detail about what you do. For example, I might say in my coaching program, we've got 3 group calls that we're running every single week. That's an example of a feature. A benefit, on the other hand, connects the dots for your ideal clients by communicating to them how that feature is ultimately going to be valuable or useful for them. So I might say something like, well, we've got 3 weekly group calls that we're running every single week. So you can show up and get answers to your questions and walk away with the clarity you need to get unstuck and move forward in your business. That's a benefit. Features tell, benefits sell. So whenever possible, I want you to connect the dots through your messaging and convert your features into benefits. One great little hack that you can use to do this is to tag on "so that" to your sentences. So for example, if you're, let's say, writing a post where you're talking about a new offer and you're talking about the features of the offer, you might say, well, we've got 12 group calls or whatever. Then just type "so that" at the end of that line and then fill in the blank after that, so that you can get the support that you need whenever you need it, so that you can text me anytime and get answers to questions, so that whatever it is. So using that line "so that" will help you bridge the gap between features and benefits and connect the dots for your ideal clients. And when you can show up in your messaging and talk more about the benefits than about the features, your messaging is going to be much more attractive because people are going to see how what you do ultimately is going to be valuable and useful for them. The 4th key to great messaging is to get more specific. So specifics sell. The more specific you can be, the more tangible that you can be about what you're promising or what an outcome is or what's possible for someone, the more attractive what you do is going to be. As an example, I could say to someone, well, my coaching program is designed to help you get clients. And okay, if you want clients, you're like, oh, that's helpful, that's useful. Or I could say, this program is designed to give you everything you need to attract 2 to 4 high-paying clients per month. Much more specific. When you hear that, you're like, wow, that's what I want. That's much more tangible to me. I can see that. Like, that's a picture in my mind. Or I might tell people, hey, this is designed to give you everything you need to get to 8 to 10K a month as a coach. That's tangible, that's specific. So when I work with clients, one of the biggest things I tell them in terms of their messaging is get more specific. How can you really draw down to what the specific thing that you're offering is? If you're a health coach helping people lose weight, don't just say your program's designed to help people lose weight. Tell them, hey, this is designed to help you lose 20 to 30 pounds in the next 90 days. That's so much more tangible and so much more attractive. This also applies to storytelling. Whenever you're sharing a story about your life, tell me the specific nitty-gritty details. Instead of saying, I was struggling at my job, say it was 9:30 a.m. and I was laying in bed on a Sunday saying, oh my God, I cannot go back to work tomorrow. That's specific, right? So the more specific, the more tangible you can be in terms of your messaging, the more attractive ultimately it's gonna be to your potential clients. And the last key to great messaging is to cut the cliches. I see so many coaches' websites and social media content, and I do this sometimes too. It's very easy to slip into this, where it's like we fall into all the tired and worn out cliches. Elevate your life, get to the next level. All these phrases that I see and I'm like, what the heck do you mean? I don't know what getting to the next level means. If you're a career coach, rather than saying get to the next level, tell me, land your next promotion in the next 6 to 12 months. That's more tangible, more specific. It's not cliche, right? So cliches don't mean anything. The problem with cliches is they don't give people a clear picture of what's actually possible or what's really going on. Instead, cut those cliches, and I would encourage you, whenever you feel tempted to use one, just ask yourself, what do I really mean here? How can I get more specific and tangible? If you can cut those cliches, your messaging is gonna be much more attractive and much more likely to attract great clients to you. Now remember, great messaging is super important when it comes to getting clients, but you've also gotta have a really solid marketing strategy in place, a really great offer, clarity on your niche. There's lots of other keys that are also important when it comes to attracting clients. So if you wanna know how to dial all that in your business, I put together a free client attraction guide that walks through all of my best advice, really a roadmap that you can use to start signing 2, 3, 4 new clients month after month. I'd love to share it with you. It's completely free. You can click the link above or in the description down below to go download it now. And if you love this video, you're definitely gonna love that one too. So click the link on the screen to go check that out, and I'll see you in the next video.